most impactful moment for me was like when the Bahamian All Star band when they came, their percussion came down, and like I didn't realize that it was Kyle at first because I'm just sitting there, I was like, okay, they playing. And I look at this kid, I'm just like, who's that talking? I'm like, oh, that's Kyle. So I remember like the first Bahamas trip, 2010, we came down there, and Kyle was like this little boy, so we sitting there playing. And I think so we getting little drum sticks. He was like challenging people. He was all playing. He was all hype about it. And I like seeing how like 6 years later, he's like the section leader of the Bahamian All-Star band. It's like it was really cool to see that. Just seeing how us coming down impacted him, and now he's doing like big things. That's
they band started 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, like we've been going to the Bahamas like for 5 years.
yeah. So seeing how just us coming down made them start their own band. Now they're on like some big scale doing awesome things. That's just like seeing how us come down impacted them.
Like you said, that was most impactful to me because we come together like internationally. Now I know them personally, but the people in our percussion system, they don't know them. They don't know how they play. So when we decided to play together, it was just like it was nervous. It was kind of like I was nervous because I don't know what was finna come after. I don't know what type of sound was gonna happen. But as soon as I tapped it off, the cadence off, it was just like I want to say like God just kind of took it from there.
Everything flowed like perfectly.
It sounded like it was like this mass
just one large section. Everything was like perfect.
Yeah, it was straight. And it was impactful because like I don't know, it was just fun doing that. And it was I was trying to hold back my smile and be serious, but it was fun. And another thing was how I don't know what the home is called, but it happens every year with like the girls' home. Mm-hmm. Them girls be turned like yeah. It's like it's seeing how Miss Underwood always talking about how the things that we do affect people, and usually like we don't see that because when we out in public here in America, people will talk behind us and stuff like that. But now we seeing how we playing and they're running around, jumping. They got the pom poms and they're interacting with us. Like we see that we're affecting them, and I think like that was cool.
So at the hospital, it was at a group home that the after we performed, so we as a group, like some of us stayed back and like tried to teach the kids stuff. So I put my drum up, and then when I came back, there's this kid. We were talking to him, and he was like, he wants to fly a plane, and then we were like, and he said after he saw us, he was like he wanted to be in a band for money. So then we were like, which instrument do you want to play? And then he was like, he wanted to play drums, and we said what drum? And then we said then he pointed out to the quads, and then we the current quad player at the time didn't know how to teach him about that subject. So you know me coming all in and stuff, I was gonna teach this kid who didn't know how to play any type of instrument how to play the quads, and it was like fast, and he caught on quick, and that was just like a moment for me that I inspired somebody's life to do that. I'm done.
That's real.
I have this thing. I'm like retelling a story. So we were on the bus, right? We were riding through like the neighborhoods, and there's this house with no doors and no windows. So I was like, why don't they have doors and windows? And then he said, cause they can't afford them. So then I said, well, wouldn't that? So aren't they afraid of people like stealing their stuff? And then Mr. Underwood was like, cause they don't have anything to steal. So that made me like appreciate what I have at home more, because everybody doesn't have what we have a chance to get.
Yeah, overall this trip was just like where we saw like the most impact out of all these who's ever like been there. We saw the most impact in this one trip. Like everywhere we went, we were just like making impact, making people smile. People just came up, they were all excited. Just by looking at us, they were just like happy to see us. It's like, oh, who are you guys? Like even in the hotel, people like they see us eating breakfast just with our t-shirts on, not even the uniforms, just the t-shirts. We sit down eating breakfast, they're like, oh, what do you guys do? Like, what is this? And we tell them what we are. They be like, wow, like I want to go see you. So it's just like on the spot, just like people just recognize just like the Holy Spirit inside of like everything that we do. So that's like awesome getting to make that kind of impact internationally.